அதிபரும் அகில இந்திய காங்கிரஸ் கட்சியினுடைய பொதுச் செயலாளருமான பிரியங்கா காந்தி அவர்களுடைய கணவருமான திரு ராபர்ட் வதேரா அவரிடம் சில கேள்விகளை நாம் முன்வைக்க இருக்கிறோம். You as a businessman, how you see Mr. Modi headed government and their policies?
Most people who are in line of business have thought of leaving the country. The sentiment is really low, the economy is really low, there's lots of jobs because there's no business, so there's no jobs, and everybody is trying to find some or the other work. They go back to their village, they don't have any kind of salary to pay for their children or for medical usage, and I think with no jobs, business being low, and then all the expenses, you can see the price rise in every field. If you increase the price in fuel, it has a ripple effect in general essentials, commodities, and every other sphere for people to exist. Medical, because of COVID, has gone up, risen, because everybody is falling ill or they are worried about if they have some kind of illness that is related to COVID. The government is not really helping anybody. They have a lockdown, they don't plan it, and everybody starts moving to their villages because they can't earn any bread, any earnings in an urban area. And I feel that it's unfortunate, but the government is doing nothing other than levying new taxes, increasing fuel prices, not listening to the farmers, and because of no farming happening, all the essentials, all the vegetables, everything, the prices are rising.
People has chosen BJP to the power. So do you think that people has lost its faith on Congress?
People have never lost faith in the Congress. We are always here helping the people. Anybody who has a suppressed voice, we bring the voice up, we take the voice ahead. We are here to help people from the north to the south, east and west. And if it's time of COVID, it's the time of farmers, it's the time of price rise. If it's the youth that is suppressed, if they speak on their social media, they always look back and come to the Congress. Fine, change is good for the country. But if you have communal issues, if you have people don't believe the truth or in elections anymore because you have EVM issues has become a question. People say, I voted or we voted for something and something else happened.
Actually, in spite of all these accusations, people have chosen BJP in many of the states. So, among people, whether the Congress has lost its faith, actually people are losing the faith in Congress. For that, what's your comment?
My comment is, people have not lost faith in us. Change is constant. And yes, people might have chosen them or however they've come to power, I don't understand. But people are upset, the sentiment is low, nobody's listening, the government's not listening to the people, and you will see that change will once again happen, and Congress will be back with the people, for the people, and the people will want that for sure.
In recent days, you are again very active in taking on government and criticizing government and all. Is it a gesture of entering into direct politics? Because for a quite long period, you are very attached with Congress, but you are in inactive politics. So is this a gesture for entering into the active politics?
Sir, I'm always working for the people. I campaigned from 1999, 97, 99 for my mother-in-law post Rajiv Gandhi's death. And I campaigned for Rahul and many a times for my mother-in-law and so on. I do a lot of charity around India. So I get to meet the people very often. For that, I have not used politics. I've done it all by myself. But yes, campaigning is for my family. And yes, people see all the hard work I put in. I do a lot of charity for people, and people do feel that why don't you be in politics? And politics is not something that I decide. The people will decide for me. I've kept away from politics, but they are always luring me into politics because of all the false accusations. Whenever there's a a parliament election, whenever there's an state election, they bring up my name and misuse it, and false accusations are done. So I feel in parliament I'll be able to answer them on the same platform.
During election time, they are pulling you inside for cases and whatever it may be accusation. But do you really think that agencies, when they are interrogating you, it's a political vendetta? And do you think that agencies are doing their duty, or they are not, they are binding, or they are obeying someone else?
They'll do all kinds of drama, right? I'm always here in the country. They can call me anytime, but it's a timing that is next to an election or next to a farmer's issue. Right now, we had the farmers' agitation. I had income tax people in my office. The whole media saw that about a month ago. It was only that no answers were given for the farmers, for the agitation. So they said, let's digress this by using Robert Vadra again. So what I'm saying is, I have answered all questions asked by the agencies. I have given 23,000 documents from inception of the first rupee I earned to where I'm sitting today. Any tax issues are there, assessments are done, reassessments are done, and all amounts are paid. Every question they've asked, every agency, I have answered. And any amount of agencies will ask, I'm willing to answer.
Even one minister has said, in future, Congress will be in history books only. So what's your comment on this, and what's your opinion on that?
They cannot decide anything. It's a democracy. The people will decide who is delivering for them, who is serving the people, because the people elect the governments. And we have people who are changing their minds about this government, and there will never be a Congress Mukt Bharat. I'll tell you, there were people who were saying Punjab Mukt, BJP Mukt in Punjab, okay? That BJP doesn't exist in Punjab anymore. But this is, whenever they bring up something, the whole country is going to start saying the same language. So what I'm saying here is that the people will see what is right and wrong, and they will decide who should be in power, who should not be in power, which state is in power. You deliver for the people, believe you me, nobody can move you.
Related question. Because of why these comments are arriving means because of Congress don't have any efficient or in proper leader, because there is only interim president right now. They don't have any proper leader. Congress is not during election time, they won't announce, or they won't forefront this who is the PM candidate and all. So is this the reason? Is this the reason and the cause because these people are commenting like Congress Mukt Bharat? And do you think that Congress is having efficient leaders right now? Because Rahul Gandhi is, there is one biggest blame against Rahul Gandhi. He is not taking up his responsibility and all. So what's your opinion on that?
Rahul is working very hard. We don't do drama. We are with the people. He is there. He is working with everybody. He's working in the north, south, east and west. And he's always working. Priyanka is working very hard with him. And so are the other Congress workers. I do my charity bit. I help out in every way possible. Whenever I reach out, whatever the issues of the people, I'll take to them. If the people can't reach them, we are all there together. We are young. We have a great future, and future because of the people of India. And we will work for them, whatever the duration is. We make sure that the people feel like there should be a leader, not that we decide he's the leader or that one's the leader. We have a democracy. I think in the Congress there is a democracy. As I said, if somebody says, why don't you join elections?
As a Tamilian, I am asking this question. In recent days, you can see Mr. Rahul and Mr. Modi, they are very affectionate with Tamil language and Tamil people. So, what's your comment on this, and how do you see this?
I think I can speak for Rahul. I don't know about Mr. Modi because I feel there's a lot of dramatics and it's superficial. That I wish I had known this language better. What has he ever done? What have they done for the Tamil people? Why have they not brought them in the center? Why don't they do much more? Why at an election time that I wish I knew this language, I knew that language? We cannot insult people like this and use these things for an election time. People are too sensible, people are educated, and people see what is right and wrong. And Rahul is there, Rahul is working amongst the people. People see a young leader, people see a leader who is not hungry for power, but only hungry to see a good change for the people, do something good for the people. And he will take the people and walk with them, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how much time it will take, but he will work much harder and he'll learn from the people. He won't come up and say that I wish I knew this language, I knew that. It's all optics where they are concerned.
Any chance of Priyanka Gandhi contesting in Kanyakumari elections? Because there is one Lok Sabha citizen vacancy. So is there any chance? Because some of the people and some of the MPs, they have intended that she should contest in that election. What's your take?
She's working very hard all over the country. And I think there's a demand for her from all over the country. And we really respect that and appreciate that people love her so much. Her safety is very, very important for us as the family, as her security was removed, and I think most importantly, she's working for the people all over. I can't speak for her that if she's going to stand from Kanyakumari or where and when is she going to stand from. Yes, the people love her a lot and they would like her to represent there, and the more the demand is, the more she'll have to decide for sure for herself.
Is this a strategy right now? Actually, Priyanka Gandhi is totally concentrating on North and Rahul Gandhi is on South. This is a totally different political situation right now, because in my age, I haven't seen this much one leader from a national party as it's a previous president who's fiercely campaigning in South like this. So what's the strategy behind this?
It's nothing. I mean, they are always traveling around the country. The need is for people to know the Congress better and the younger leaders better, and Priyanka to be in the East and Rahul to be in the South, and he is going to put in his best foot ahead. Priyanka is going to give her best, and they will travel all around India. I mean, there's wherever there's a need for them, they will always be around for the people.
And another question, Rahul Gandhi, he has stated in South while he was campaigning in Trivandrum, he said South voters are well informed than North. So it created some fuss between the many leaders, including some Congress leaders have acted against, and they have commented against Rahul Gandhi's that comment. Many BJP leaders also accusing Rahul Gandhi he's doing that divide politics like that. What's comment on that?
He's very well educated. He has a lot of good meaning for all over India. I know that. I've known him before politics. I've known him for 30 years, and I think he can only deliver for the people, a good for the people. And why is it taking so long? Because he's not looking for posts. He's looking to help the people, to make a change for them, to educate them, and so on. He can never divide it. He can never say this is better than that. He feels India as one, and he'll work for all Indians as the same way, with all the same, and he loves all the Indians, and he just understands that it's a diverse nation, a lot of different heritage, and when he goes there, he tries to adapt with them, tries to understand them more.
News7 Tamil தொலைக்காட்சியை TAG TV, SCB, TCCL, VK Digital, Aadhar, JAG TV, Akshaya Digital ஆகிய கேபிள் கனெக்ஷன்களிலும், ஏர்டெல், டாடா ஸ்கை, சன் டைரக்ட் ஆகிய DTHகள் உட்பட அனைத்து முன்னணி கேபிள் கனெக்ஷன்களிலும் காணலாம்.